Hi there and welcome to Apple World. So it seems to be Kim Porter's family is at long last prepared to talk their reality about Kim Porter's passing, since they just made a few stunning disclosures about how Corey bet could have been important for her passing. The roads have been murmuring. Furthermore, it's getting extra chaotic. Supposedly, he assumed a major part in aiding Diddy conceal some genuinely dim stuff in Porter's appalling passing to incorporate Kim also. Get this Lee crime location photograph show Corey at Kim's home before the coroner's Indeed even appeared just nonchalantly standing there as her body was being taken out. Be that as it may, hang on you all, cause it gets more stunning. There's discussion about how Corey supposedly remained behind after the entire thing to tidy up the scene, ensuring that no one could point it back to Diddy, and if that wasn't terrible enough, a few reports are guaranteeing Corey thought of himself as in some truly muddled circumstances with Diddy. Now Kim's family is pulling up the receipts also. It appears as though there may be something entirely to Mr. Corey Bet and his Kardashian association, and what meets the eye to comprehend how Corey Gam even became purportedly associated with Kim Porter's murder. We want to discuss how he got cleared up with Diddy and some other obscure characters in Hollywood. Corey Bet was brought into the world in Atlanta in November 10, 1980. He's forever been a smooth person since even in secondary school, Corey was that person he caught the football crew acid his classes and acquired the epithet Mr. Reliable and in the event that you wanted something done. Corey was your man now after secondary school. He went to Monroe School where he got a business degree also. Subsequent to graduating school, Corey got made up for lost time in some show with Cher Buchanan who incident. Tally turned out to be an NFL star. Buchanan X. Their separation was an enormous wreck with limiting requests documented on the two sides since things got truly poisonous between them. However, listen to this about Corey. He plainly feels weak at the knees over more established ladies. Sherry was around 10 years his senior, and presently he's dating Kris Jenner, who is 25 years more seasoned than he is. Think about when they say age ain't nothing yet. A number. Corey took that thing to heart. However, aside from dating more established ladies, there are claims that Corey once got engaged with a few intriguing exercises by supposedly featuring in 2 or 3 grown-up films. To a great extent, he, in the long run, moved to LA where he fell in love with Diddy's gathering and they got close. Various tips that all are very practically the same, and these tips came from people who have professed to be natural or no or eco individuals from when he actually lived and doubly worked in Atlanta where he was an entertainer in the porno industry. Different individuals came to me sharing this data and that they had seen him while they were chipping away at specific sets, and clearly I won't share their personality for their own security. Now Corey and Diddy aren't simply companions, they're basically stuck together. As of now, their manly relationship goes way back. However, the specific beginning of it is somewhat of a secret, supposedly, however, that everything began through. As a matter of fact, Farnsworth Bentley, Diddy's old right-hand man who met Corey during their days at Monroe School, and as the tattle goes, Farnsworth could have had his own exceptional relationship dynamic with Diddy. Allow me to ask you this. What do you think Diddy and Farnsworth Bentley's genuine relationship was? Mistress Ace. Oh, yet B isn't simply some arbitrary fellow in Diddy's circle. He's basically family, particularly with regards to Diddy's children. He's been the unchecked Akibo fellow in any event. During their hardest times, like when Kim Porter died and the world was grieving, Corey was in that general area holding it down for Diddy, or so it looked. We will get into that in a chomp. However, get this, Diddy wasn't the as-it-were celebrity that Corey was hanging out with on the grounds that he was running into some high circles. I'm discussing large names like preposterous gourmet specialist Michael Jordan and a lot more. He was getting flued out on personal luxury planes, going to celebrity parties, and getting first-line seats at the best occasions, or was out here living that S-dream, however, to be reasonable for Corey dislike. He was mooching off these celebrities on the grounds that he additionally set forth the energy behind the scenes for a ton of craftsmen. For instance, Corey was a driving force behind the Ashton Kutcher show quip. I definitely bet you didn't know B. He additionally utilized his associations with Bike Bra to get a job as Justin Bieber's chief. While he was on visit, he likewise played a part to play in Scotty Mic's collection, Quite Obvious, which topped at #1 on Announcement 200. He likewise worked in the background on Justin Bieber's collection, except which likewise finished up being a graph clincher. However, discussing Justin Bieber fans have called attention to how bizarre and sus it was that Justin's issues with substance misuse incidentally began around something very similar time that Corey joined his group, and taking into account how close Corey and Diddy are, as well as the reports about how Diddy supposedly did terrible things to Justin, Bieber around a similar time we wanted to consider in the event that Diddy didn't involve Corey as a method for getting to Justin and keeping a hold over him. Well, sources are saying that not in the least did Diddy and Corey purportedly acquainted Justin with drugs, yet they likewise supposedly got him snared to where Justin fostered an all-out enslavement. There was a period where I was tasting lean. I was popping pills. I was doing Molly, shrooms, everything. And it was only an escape for me. Justin has discussed how intense it was for him to kick that dependence. And it seems like he was in a genuine fight. I was waking up toward the beginning of the day, and the main thing I was doing was popping pills and smoking a gruff and beginning my day. It recently got alarming. I fundamentally shared with myself, my God, assuming that you're genuine. You help me through this time of shutting down these pills and stuff, and in the event that you do, I'll wrap up the work. This time we thought that Corey was just Kris Jenner's eye candy. Yet it appears as though he could have been running things straight up under our very noses. Rumors from far and wide suggest that new proof is rising, and it's quarters heartbreaking to connect Corey to Kim passing, yet that is not all in light of the fact that murmurs in the road say that Corey purportedly assisted Diddy with concealing the entire circumstance. Yes, we're talking a few genuine sidekicks type stuff. Perhaps not Bonnie and Clyde, but rather Clyde and Clyde. Well, the charges are stacking up quicker than a Kardashian embarrassment. I could go on and on all day about the rough history between Kim Porter and Diddy. The tattle has been swollen for years about Diddy's horrendous side with Kim Porter, apparently leaving with something other than close-to-home scars. There are claims of broken noses and injuries. What's more, simply something straight out of a thriller. This specific episode that occurred in 2005 was insane. And as indicated by an article, Diddy come sweetheart. Kim Porter was left with a broken nose after the couple contended on his yacht in San Rocomes, flew in an expert plastic specialist from Geneva after the mishap. Porter has since asserted that she hurt her face after she hit her nose against a table, yet strangely, however, we're currently figuring out that Kim's family has consistently had some unavoidably strong inclinations about Diddy and Corey's association in Kim's passing, while Kim's true decision is that she died from pneumonia. Her loved ones has consistently called the S on that, yet not just that the sources are guaranteeing that they are really viewed as in recording a illegitimate passing claim against Diddy. Yet then, at that point, the FBI reached out and told them to hold off on this claim. A source released the data and guaranteed that the explanation the family decided not to document the claim was that they had supposedly been reached by the FBI. The source said that all have been reached by the FBI and 3 relatives and 6 companions have been consulted as of now. Furthermore, they have been told to keep silent as indicated by Kim's ex. Cassie told legal advisors after documenting her own claim against Diddy that she had data about the demise of Kim Porter and she has evidence of the justification for why Kim was killed. Well, incidentally, Kim Porter's demise was purportedly one of the things that the FBI was researching. Diddy and as indicated by those spilled reports, they tracked down a ton of irregularities in her way of death, the report said. When Kim passed, there were inquiries concerning how she passed on, assuming they would. I'll say that it was pneumonia and that she passed calmly in rest. Why was there blood situated on Kim's pillowcases? And likewise was SL trail of blood on the room floor that prompted the washroom. Why hasn't that been referenced? Kim was not found lethargic in bed. She was found on the restroom floor, and if they found her in bed, then she was decisively positioned there. Kim was not found by supposed housemates. That is a lie too. She was being managed by a clinical expert that was hand-picked by Sean. Additionally, the last call Kim made was to 911 at 2:43 a.m. In any case, Kim was found dead later in the first part of the day around 11:00 a.m. Kim's ex Albie Shore too implied that Diddy had something to do with her passing, and he tossed conceal at Diddy on Instagram, saying, "I just tracked down this recording from the morning I learned of Kim Porter's homicide, and how it tore the spirit from my actual body. In all actuality, Do know obviously that Kimberly didn't simply look at out of nowhere over pneumonia. That is some BSI. We just commended our child's new arrangement and Christmas exceptional with Netflix. And she was in phenomenal well-being, is also giggling seeing me and Diddy's shared trade at the theater. Subscribe Apple World for more videos.